Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 4th of May, 2018, and I'm just going to go ahead and start this. I'm Roy Potter, and this is the live stream version of the Potter Expositor. Uh, I struggled for quite some time this morning. Hello, everybody, as you come in. I struggled some time this morning about whether I should even do this video, and it's not going to be long. Because, my Republican friend and keeps telling me that, Trump needs all of this help and we need to stand behind him. We need to put away the small little problems that Trump has because of all the great big things that he's doing, and that we need to make sure that the midterm elections go in Trump's favor. And I agree with all of that. I agree with all of it, and I want to do that. I really, really do. But I would be less than honest if I didn't voice my concerns as I have all along. Good morning, everybody. As I've said all along, that I am not seeing the rhetoric matched on the ground. I mean, yes, there are some big things happening. The North Korean peace deal seems to be going, the right way, uh, and that's a huge, huge thing. And that being sealed would give Donald Trump a lot of strength, right, across the board. And I agree with that. And yes, he's done a lot of good things in other ways. We can talk about the economy, which I think is overblown, but it's okay. We at least averted an immediate war that would have happened if Hillary had gotten in, not to mention the rounding up of all the conservatives and that kind of thing as a retaliation for rejecting her. But I must say that I'm not happy with what I'm seeing. I'm sorry. If I and you know me, if I'm not telling you the truth, sorry, it's buffering. I can't help that. Um, I just have to tell you what it is the way I see it. I hope I'm wrong, and I want to be wrong, but and I don't mean to be pessimistic all the time, but if I, yeah, yeah, well, this we're working on this car. It's a 1964, no, 65 Camaro, and so we're taking care of some things on it. But I wanted to go ahead and take some shots from in here, uh, kind of memorabilia, if nothing else. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks, Shane. Exactly. I'm getting ready to do that. So. Uh, Okay, I'm just going to spit it out, okay? Despite all the good things that apparently are happening, we've seen more firings from inside the White House, more turmoil, more turnover than we have in the agencies that have caused us so much trouble. Specifically, the DOJ, the FBI, other three-letter agencies, the CIA, etc. Uh, when I saw Giuliani on, I was really happy that he was coming on. I thought this was a great thing. And then he did that performance, which my Republican friend thought was great. I had my reservations about it on Hannity the other night, and I voiced my concerns. And then, of course, it came out that Judge Napolitano was saying the same thing, and Lionel came out this morning. I think he was actually talking about it yesterday, but he came out this morning and he voiced the same concerns I had and took it to other levels. So I feel like I'm not the only one that's looking at this and seeing these problems. So that's why I decided to do this morning, and I'm very, very concerned. Uh, the fact that no one has been arrested in the former administration and in the current structure of the three-letter agencies is more than troubling. And we can blame it on Sessions, we can blame it on Wray, we can blame it on all this. But the bottom line is, like Truman said, the buck stops in the White House. And if President Trump doesn't have the guts, whether it's political concerns that he has, and obviously he has some problems, he's not being backed up by the people he needs to. But he's either going to have to act or he's going to lose it all. And I keep thinking to myself, is this a game? Is this a drama? Has he converted from a reality show on TV in the White House to confuse people? I'm giving him all these benefits of the doubt. But ladies and gentlemen, when you see his supporters being harassed, arrested, beaten up on the streets, maligned in the media, maligned by the leftist Marxists, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, this all of this anti-Second Amendment stuff that's going on, and Sessions is doing nothing about it. He's still going after these little marijuana crap things. You know, you just got to be honest with yourself and ask you, are you really seeing the reality for what it is? And I'm not comfortable with it. And my friend in California, I'm sorry, you're going to see this and you're going to be upset. I'm saying this because you want me to push, but I can't, because I see things. I know you have a good insight into the psychology of all of this, but I'm looking at what's going on the ground. If Trump is not really trying to fool people, if these things are really happening in his administration because he's out of control, he has no control, then I'm sorry, we're in a lot of trouble. And I'm more worried about it today than I've been for a long time. I saw a post by Titus Frost this morning and on Twitter. He also has a YouTube channel. And you know, I haven't followed Titus for a long time, but every once in a while, you know, he pops up on my feed, and I got to look at it. And you know, he brought up the same thing basically that I did a few weeks back, that, you know, this sealed indictment count is rising and rising and rising, and we're now up at, I think, over 26,000 of these things. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm concerned about that, because Trump doesn't have the control in his government to have had this issued, that many issued. He doesn't have the control. He doesn't have the support. He doesn't have it in the law enforcement agencies, the federal law enforcement agencies, in the intelligence community, or in the courts. So where are these indictments coming from whom and against whom? And Titus came out, he kind of did it as a joke, and he said, yeah, it's probably for the Trump supporters, you know, here in the near future, after they take out Trump. Frankly, that's been my concern. And I'm stating it again publicly, because he is not in control of the LE, of the intelligence community, or of the courts. However, the leftist Marxists and the Democrats and the politically correct people all on that side do have control of the LE and the courts. So what are they going to do? Are they anticipating that Trump is going to be impeached, that they're going to move this thing forward either by impeachment, by the 25th Amendment, or by assassination even, and then use all of this Russian crap that's already been shown not to be true, but like everybody says, you can indict, you know, a ham sandwich. So are they going to do this after they take out Trump? They'll come for the rest of us? No, I don't worry too much, Edelson James. I've studied these things for 30 years. I understand banana republics. I understand. I saw what was happening before Trump took office. But somebody just mentioned here, Trump needs to be on fire, and he's not. I'm sorry, he's not. He's not going out and protecting those who are risking literally their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to carry this constitutional republic forward. He is not protecting them. Why? So that he doesn't look biased? You don't think that during the campaign, when he was talking about the media being, you know, fake news and saying that Hillary should be in prison, you don't think that his bias wasn't being shown then? Why isn't it being played out now? He hasn't got the support? Well, look, okay, this is where I'm going to end this, okay? I want to support what Trump purports to stand for. And I've been saying that all along. But we're not seeing results. Great on North Korea, but don't forget the North Korea area has been controlled by the CIA in the past, as has Iran. And this thing could be moving, the IC could be playing on the chessboard, just changing our concentration. And maybe Trump's not doing, I mean, I don't want to accuse him of anything, but this isn't adding up to me. It isn't. And I'm very worried. So, like Titus, and I said this before, take a deep breath, Roy. Thank you, Trees Climbing. It's because I worry about the American people. Maybe I shouldn't, you know? Maybe I should be like everybody else. No, not everybody else, but just go about my merry way. As a matter of fact, I had she wasn't a girlfriend, but a female acquaintance because she didn't like my political stand. Um, Tell me that, I can't fix anything and that I ought to just go and enjoy my life and let things alone. And then she said, watch your step. She used to be a federal law enforcement agent. And this didn't happen much more than about maybe a month or two ago. I'm telling you, I don't like what I'm smelling. I don't like what I'm seeing. Trump is not supporting Jerome Corsi, and you know how I feel about him. I have a lot of respect for him, but there's some questions on him. I don't want to get into that, but he put out a tweet this morning, and he because President Trump put out a tweet about this book, and I forget the name of it. Somebody wrote a book, and he was saying how President Trump put it out, how nice it is. Well, here he is, talking all these flowery things. Has he ever said support Roger Stone's book? Support Jerome Corsi's book that are defending him and the constitutional republic and its restoration? No. Has he stood up for the people like Michael Flynn and like all the people that have been harassed, Michael Caputo, all these people that are being just slashed, and he's worried about him? What is he doing here? Even if he, and I saw it today just a few minutes ago on True Pundit, that there's talk in the White House from Trump that he's going to disband the FBI. Well, I would hope so. And the CIA. And these ridiculous 17 intelligence agencies. That's ridiculous. What country does this kind of nonsense? So even if they go after him for disbanding the FBI, arresting Hillary Clinton, arresting Clapper, arresting Brennan, arresting Comey, and on down the line, even if they go against him on that, have some freaking fight. And I'm worried that this isn't looking good. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. I'll just. I probably, I said yesterday I wasn't going to take another broadcast, but this is crazy. What I'm seeing is just crazy. Go look at Lionel's post that he made today, and he's probably going to do a live stream here in a few minutes because he does a teaser initially, and then he does a live stream, lasts about an hour and a half or so. Go listen to him. Go look at Titus Frost, what he said. Go look at go ahead and look at Jerome Corsi, even though, like I said, I have some concerns there. I would be less than honest if I didn't tell you my concerns. Okay, JK, no, that's not true. That's not illegal for the FBI to be in the IC. They already are. It should be by their original charter, yeah, but that's all been maybe it's illegal, but they still do it. Put it that way. The voting, I think, is out, Gumbo. Unless some miracle happens and we keep the House and the Senate this fall. But I'm beginning to wonder because Trump's not acting. He still isn't. Jeff Sessions should have been fired. Comey should have been arrested. Clinton should have been arrested. Brennan, Clapper, et cetera, and we're not seeing that because, it's too hard. He doesn't have the control. Well, he's not going to have the control at this rate. And I've said that a long time. My last hope. If Trump is running a reality show in the White House to deceive the evil side, great. Frankly, I don't think the evil side is that stupid. But I wanted to quote a scripture to you that I hope this is going on, but I'm not sure it is. But I want to leave it with you, just in case. I have my suspicions. I have my concerns. I support what Trump purports to stand for, but I'm not seeing it on the ground. Still, I'm not. Yeah, John Bolton, Nikki Haley, Pompeo, et cetera. If a duck quacks, if something quacks, waddles like a duck, quacks like a duck, flies like a duck, etc., it's a duck. And I'm not seeing anything but that duck, frankly. It's not mood swings, Wallace. It's not a mood swing. It's that I keep trying to give Trump the benefit of the doubt. And then he disappoints me. Seriously. That's not a mood swing. That's being honest. That's being intellectually honest. And Q is pushing war crap. If you can't see that, it's because you're blind. I'm gonna close off with Psalms 2:4, chapter 2, verse 4. I hope this is what Trump's involving himself in, but I'm not convinced of it. Quote, talking about God, not Trump, but of course God uses men. Quote, he that dwelleth in the heavens shall laugh. He shall have them in derision. He who dwelleth in the heavens shall laugh. He shall have them in derision. I pray that that's where it's going. But ladies and gentlemen, you better keep your situational awareness on high. You better look at this thing realistically for what it is and hope that Trump is fooling people like me, that he really is doing that in Psalms. I would hope that he is fooling me and that my concerns are unfounded. But this isn't looking good. I'm sorry, it just isn't. That poor show of Giuliani on Hannity the other night really got me concerned. And then when that was verified by Napolitano and Lionel, and I keep seeing these sealed indictments climbing and climbing, when it's obvious that Trump is not in control of any organization in the government that could do that, except the military, maybe. But they wouldn't be doing indictments in federal courts. They'd be doing, we wouldn't even know about it. It'd be in these tribunals. And so that's not what's going on. There's something wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you. There's something wrong. God bless you. God bless the Constitutional Republic of the United States of America. God bless the Second American Revolution, because we're going to need it. And like I said, Roy is a psyop. You know, these trolls, I shouldn't even address them. But you know what? That's all right. You go ahead and blow your little top off, all right? Because actually, you're showing who you are. Okay. I guess that's all I've got. I'm going to ask God to do something, and all of us should too, to really come down hard on Trump. Hard. Give him an epiphany if it need be. And tell him, if you don't do this, I'm going to take you out. And I don't mean us. God telling that. Because this is getting absurd. We're all in a lot of danger. All right? I got to go. Thanks for coming by, guys. I wish I could talk a little bit, but as you can see, we're trying to do this work here. So, all right. I'm not panicked. Okay? Look, there's a difference, okay? I see problems here, and they're not being addressed. And I'm not going to lie to anybody. Trump said he would never lie to us. What about this thing with Stormy Daniels? No, I didn't tell Michael Cohen to pay her off, and now we're finding out that maybe he did. Look, this is beyond the pale. And I know it's wrong to make a deal out of Stormy Daniels. I don't care if he screwed Stormy Daniels yesterday. I don't care. I care that he's going to take care of the American people and the Republic. Okay? I could justify his dealings with women. And I know a lot of people are going to, oh, no, yeah, I could, scripturally. That's not my concern. But it is my concern that we're not seeing truly evil people being collared. That's not a good sign. And especially with all these indictments that he had no control or ability to do. There's something wrong. Thanks, everybody. Take care. I got to go.